Well, I secured a place where I could work on my bushcraft skills and practice. This piece of land here, we used to live on it off-grid, and we lived in teepees.
If I don't survive, eat me.
For years, the property owner has been asking us to move back up here. And since I decided to get into doing some bushcraft, I thought it was a perfect opportunity to ask him if I could come up here and occupy the land as a base camp. The owner asked us to go up on the property and report back to him the condition of the buildings. So I took my son with me. Hello? Anybody in there? The lock's been cut. Whoever came in and broke in and messed up the place really did a banger job. Well, since it's been uninhabited, some people broke in. They broke the locks off. They cut the locks off the building at the bottom, and so they completely trashed the place. When we lived up here, we cleaned this place up and we built this barn out of dead standing trees. I'm in the top of the barn right now. This is actually one of, I think, our greatest accomplishments up here living off grid, is building this barn from scratch. I actually used a chainsaw to notch these upper boards so they would sit on top of these beams. And I think the main poles in the center were like 16 feet tall. It worked good for the animals and it kept the predators out. You know, this place is so trashed, it's disheartening. I don't know if I have enough energy to really clean this up, and if I attempt it, it's probably going to take me years. Years ago when we lived here, there was a water supply valve. It's actually a pipe that comes out of the ground that just pumps water, and we discovered that the matchstick company that did logging up here probably 100 years ago now, they actually dug and ran a pipe all the way up the hill to Upper Flume Creek. This thing was, you know, faithfully pumping water year round, but the year we left it dried up in the fall. So when the water is really high in the spring like it is now, there's a possibility that it's working again. And so I want to check out that water supply because it was clean water. We didn't have to boil it or anything. We could just drink it. Of course, the water that's on the creeks, the North Fork and the South Fork of the Flume, is it's got beavers in it. So you drink that, you get beaver fever, you get all kinds of sick. As you can see, the water spigot's still flowing, but there was a crack in the pipe and we sealed it, and apparently the seal is broken, probably with all the freezing winter. So you can actually stand up in it?
Oh yeah, up here, yeah. You stand up and see these.
Well, this might just make a perfect camper van for me when I go up in the woods.
Yeah, we're transporting a bunch of people and cargo. There's
Yeah.
an area up here for a bed.
Well, this is no seat belts on that.
Yeah, that's
And
the
those
issue.
aren't bolted down.
Yeah.
So it's actually
I don't
not.
even know if this, yeah, this is bolted down, and this folds out into a bed too, and there's a room for a bed up here.
That's kind of cool.
Let's see.
So what do you think? You think I should ditch my truck and see if I can get this van at the right price and fix it up? It says property corner. You know, my friend showed me where the boundaries were, and I found the corner markers where they had surveyed his land. This is on the edge of the foundation of his old house that burned down. I'm gonna give him a call. Yeah, hey, did you send some survey guys up here? No? Well, they got markers over here in the middle of their property. You know, I love coming out in the woods. Even though this property's trashed, I get to just sit. And the only thing I can hear is the creek and woodpeckers and some birds. But it gives me time to really contemplate some of the really, really important questions in life. Like, I wonder if the creeks on each side have fish in them. You know, considering that there's beaver living there, I just don't know. Do the beaver eat all the fish in a place that they occupy, or would I be able to go fishing and catch some fish in there? Probably going to be small ones, you know, younglings. But if you know the answer to that, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to know. Okay, I decided I'm going to go ahead and go for it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to build a bushcraft teepee kind of thing as a base camp right over there on the edge. And then little by little, I'm going to start right in that area and start cleaning this up, getting rid of all the old wood and poles, and work my way towards the rest of the property little by little. Right now we're in what used to be the garden, which was, we built it way too big. Of course, we thought that we were going to grow food up here. And the seasons are so short that growing food is practically impossible. Ooh, I see some ducks. No, they went behind the bushes. Well, if I build it over in the garden, it's flat enough. And it's got a nice view of this, you know, the creek area. But I could, you know, for hot summers, this would be good, except they would probably get really hot. Another spot we could do is right next to these trees here. Set one up in the shade. It'd be a lot cooler, but I guess I'm looking for something that's fairly level, higher elevation for the base of the teepee. So if it starts raining, I don't get, you know, a puddle underneath my bed. And I want something with a good view, but I also want it to be in a kind of a scenic location. With all the garbage around here, there's not a whole lot of scenic locations. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, the ground's kind of soft, but this spot right here is a high spot, and then it gets low here. So I would I'd put the door right here, and then kind of set it up right there. It's a little higher on that backside, but the ground's soft enough. I could bring a shovel and dig a trench around it once I get it built. Yeah, can you see it? Teepee right over there. That's like my old pappy used to say, "Shut the screen door, you're letting the flies in!"